Hey guys, what's up? How you guys doing, huh? So good to be back. So how's everyone there, huh? Hey Zach. Hey Ted. So as you can see, there's a few changes already. It's pretty cool to have the comments there, right? I mean, they're gonna be on YouTube now, so like people are gonna get an idea of what we're talking about. It's just instead of hearing me, respond to everything. So that's pretty cool. So you guys know we've got an interview with Ted today. Hey Ted, hope you're ready. And we've got some pretty cool animations, man. I'm pretty freaking sure that this time we've got something you guys haven't seen before. All right, so then also I wanted to announce something today. I told a couple of you that I was going to announce it, but it's just missing one last detail. I want it to be super ready, and so I really want it to be it's gonna be definitely on the next stream. So you guys just bear with me. Just remember, it's awesome. So it'll be here, well, not eventually, next stream. I'm sure of it. So why don't we begin with this? We've also got a cool announcement. Pretty sure you guys have heard it. Pretty sure some of you haven't. So here we go. Let's go to the first animation. It's from Inner Animation. It's called Mr. Jackie. And this is pretty interesting because it's a stop motion animation, right? And this guy, Inderpal Singh, he graduated in arts. He mainly repairs cell phones, but is like does this as a hobby, but he specialized in stop motion. It's pretty interesting because it's not just stop motion. He has this really cool green screen to aid his stop motion. So let's get into it. Here we go. What'd you guys think, huh? I think that was pretty interesting, man. Like the story's pretty cool. It's a nice little story, isn't it? With a dog. At first, he's an aggressive little motherfucker, and he's just really kind and polite because he saved his life. Well, not maybe his life, but who knows? But that whole stop motion thing is pretty interesting. I mean, I think it could be a little cleaner, man. To be honest, but the play with a green screen, man, that's really cool. And like, what am I talking about? If I were to do a stop motion, it'd be a mess. Oh, and that's right. We've got these like notifications now, and yeah, just shared the stream. But well, actually, there's a bit of a delay there. I'm starting to notice. So okay, up next we have Stars and Beyond. Now this is from Anna, right? She's 32 years old and from Bulgaria, right? But she's been drawing since she's 3. And now look, this didn't start right away as an animation. It started as a book. Like she did the book first, and now she's doing the animations. That's really cool, man. Because she graduated from the National Art Academy in Sofia, which is right there in Bulgaria. And last year, like it was last year that she started animating this, and it's really interesting, man. Like we have it's the pilot. Pilot's pretty long. We're gonna show half of the pilot today, probably the other half next stream. But we've split it up in 4 parts. So we have 2 parts this stream, 2 parts next Monday. So here we go. Like let's check out Stars and Beyond.
This episode, although animated, is not to be viewed by children.
Този епизод, макар и да е анимационен, не е предназначен за гледане от деца. My name is Cassie Carlisle, and this is just a typical day for me. Getting up, getting ready for work. The long bath is much needed. And of course, that perfect sunny weather with almost no chance of rain. Sure, we can have that all year long if we wanted to, because we live on ships in outer space. We have everything: milkshakes, movies, gardens. Oh, look at that. And trains. What we do not have is a planet. And here's where I come in. Me and a group of selected few chosen to go around exploring planets, finding resources, and maybe, just maybe, a new inhabitable planet. Sometimes it's not easy, maybe even a nightmare. But what can I say? I love my job.
Hey, Cassie.
You're late.
And you are?
If you were here on time, you would know who he is. Now sit. There is much to discuss. Now, for those who missed the first half of the meeting. This here is Trevor. He's a transfer from the Teo division, and your new partner, Cassie.
What? Why? I don't need a partner. I said I was doing fine alone.
Mind your manners. Now then, back to work. These next few missions won't be easy. We have 5 planets within our close range that we need to analyze carefully. Terry and Jesse, you took over this one, the closest. We have to acquire knowledge about its weather and explore some unusual phenomenon with the oceans. Tom and Lisa, you have the honor to explore this colorful paradise and know it has no water, but lush plant life. Kent, Alice, your task is to cover these tiny gas planets that might hold valuable information on the solar system. Last but not least, Cassie, Trevor, your mission is to discover the reason why our research drones have been disappearing from this desert planet and find a very powerful fuel source, which we believe exists on the surface. Good luck to you all.
Oh, guys, sorry for the late entry there. I'm just trying to, share it since it's our first time on Facebook. I didn't really get too much time to, move it around. I was sort of out, got here sort of late, was rushing everything, and just trying to, get it out there some more. So, also, if you guys get the chance, it'd be cool if you could help out. But, don't miss the stream at all. Yeah, we got some really cool stuff. And especially, like, something weird was happening. I have to be honest there. Like, not only was I late, but I felt like an interference. Like, it was sort of like jamming up. Sort of like if I got hacked or something. I'm not really sure what's going on there. If anything weird's happening, you guys just let me know. Let me in the comments, I mean. And, alright, so let's keep on going. So that was the first fourth, right? We've got a lot more, and you guys can go directly to our channel and see the whole pilot. It is really interesting stuff, and I even sort of feel like getting the book, man, and seeing what it's about. I'm pretty sure if you talk to her about it, she might find a way to get it to you. And now up next we have Corey Nick. Now, do you guys remember Corey Nick? He was the star of Deathly End last time. Pretty creepy stuff, like he specializes in comedy horror. He used to do live action more than anything, and he's recently into animation. And he has some pretty interesting stuff, man. Like, check this out, man. It's really cool.
He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or another, it came just the same. And the ghost stood alone, ice cold in the snow. Stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came with hand sanitizer. It came with the masks. It came with COVID-19 on the attack. Maybe Christmas, he thought, cannot be stopped. Maybe Christmas will come, no matter how many cops. And what happened then? Well, in Quebec, they say that a ghost heart grew 6 feet apart that day.
I know, it cracks me up. Like the parody on the Grinch, man. That's good, man. Short little one, but man, that does not remove any of its quality. And thank you guys, man. I see you guys shared it. Thanks so much. That was awesome of you guys. And yeah, let's just hope more people come in, man. The more the merrier, Like, I really do think Facebook is going to be a better platform. I just really need to promote it a lot better, man. And there's something you guys don't know. I'm moving. Like, I'm in the process of moving, changing houses. I think I might have mentioned it. I told you guys I was going to up my internet connection once I moved. So that's going to even get better. I think in Facebook, you guys tell me, I'm not too sure, but I think there's not lag, is there? Like there was on Twitch? Not really sure about that. And yeah, you're right, Petey, man. Sharing is caring. Yeah, thank you guys, really. And yeah, okay. But you guys tell me, like, is there lag? Like, there might be a couple things that are interrupting, not too sure. But you guys let me know, right? I think it's clearer on Facebook. So, to continue this, we have Seren Ratnam. Remember him? He gave us the Cosmic Freeway. We have episode 3 with us today. It's about that kid that gets this really cool spaceship called the Humongous. And first he gives us this tour of the ship, and now we're accompanying him on the adventures throughout different planets and such, right? And so episode 3 is pretty interesting, man. I already took a look at, and I want you guys to check it out. Tell me what you think.
Hey, yo, over here. Episode 3, what's up? After the week I've had, I need a vacation. What better place than my second favorite planet, Helonia? What's that? Sorry guys, something came up I gotta go deal with. Johnson. Ugh. My least favorite government stooge sent to keep tabs on me. What do you want, Johnson?
Ambassador wants to see you.
About what?
I don't know. Space stuff. I need you to come with me.
Come with you? Are you drunk? What's in that cup? Computer. Door. Hey, Ambassador. Hey, you could just call me. You don't have to send a guy every time. Seems like a waste of tax dollars.
Kira laddie, I've got terrible news.
Oh no. What happened now? Not another Dreadpuff invasion.
Someone has stolen our moon.
Oh no. Our moon, really?
There will be consequences unless we find it. People of this planet are fond of that moon.
Yeah, we are. That's our moon. And you say some asshole took it?
Kira, I'm asking you. Will you retrieve our moon?
Yeah, don't worry, I got this. Computer, door.
We're counting on you, boy.
There you are. What are you doing all the way out there? Is that a... Oh, no! It's a Dungus ship. God damn it, I hate the Dungus. Computer, call those idiots.
What you want?
What the hell do you think you're doing?
We need this moon. We taking it.
Yeah, the hell you are. That's our moon.
Since when?
A couple of billion years now? Either way, this quadrant is in the Galactic Union. You can't have our moon.
The Dungus don't recognize the Union.
You know what? I'm tired of this. Computer, give him a cut eye. Oh, poo. Computer, let's get out of here. Evasive maneuvers, please and thank you.
The United States Starhawks have just arrived.
Yes! Space Force.
Hey Kira, everything good up here?
Hey, Captain Fravor. These Dunguses were trying to take our moon. And then they jacked me up.
Well, that's America's moon. We'll take it from here.
I mean, I don't know about that, but thanks for the assist.
Oh, and Kira, put the moon back where it belongs, will ya?
Yeah, you got it, Captain. Sorry, guys. I guess I gotta wait till next episode for Halunia.
And that was Cosmic Freeway. that can be pretty crazy, man. Like, go checking out the episodes, and they have lots of lore behind what's going on. A really intense explanation. And yeah, man, PD, I agree. It's pretty crazy stuff. And so, like, I really advise you guys to go and check it out. I hope we'll be showing more of it in the future. Also, we're getting lots of new submissions, man. So gotta make space, or gotta make the streams longer. Gotta figure that one out, man. But really, man, it's so cool, man. I really want to promote it a lot better on Facebook, man. Also, you guys have to tell me what your experience is like once we're done with all this. What the experience is like between here and Twitch, and then we'll go deciding, right? Like, I want to find the best home for Toon Nation, right? And yeah, what there's a scene in episode 1, things to fix on, and I couldn't find the project file. Oh yeah, like what you guys were talking about there. It's like, no matter what you're working on, when you're starting out, when you're a fresh newbie, it's your computer crashes at some point, and you don't really have this custom to be saving, and it is a kick in the nuts, man. Been there with a bunch of stuff, man. Like, I generate that habit with something, like music, and then I'll start doing something else, another program I'm not really familiar with, and the same thing happens. But okay, now, yeah, Justin says learn by mistakes, and on the first episode did it. All was just about render. Crashed. Dude, man, that's funny, man. Well, I mean, like, knowing all the learning curves you guys went through is cool, man. That's sort of like what the interviews are for too. Like, get all that info out, let the crowd hear about it, connect with it, and it's so cool, man. Like, knowing exactly what you guys go through. And okay, we've got something special, man. Like, so, I'm pretty sure lots of you know already about what you Toons are doing. This whole Toonex TV, and that's absolutely crazy. Like, when he told me, man, he blew my mind. I didn't even know you could do that, man. I didn't even really know what it was. I had to investigate it, and like, getting it, the amount of audience you guys will be able to reach through this is gonna be awesome. Like, look, let's check this out right here. Here we go. Look. Oh yeah, it's less laggy. That's awesome, man. That gets me really happy. Cause like, we're always gonna have these really pristine recordings for YouTube, but I want the streams to also be really cool, man. This live experience. Now, the Roku, right? Like, seeing Toonex TV on top of Netflix, Spotify, YouTube, all it just feels so cool, and even a little natural, don't you guys think? And layers, so important to separate. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, Twitch was a little twitchy. Agree. And okay. So we've also got some rules for submissions, right? Here we go. I think I'm gonna read through them, right? So let's see what have we got here. Number 1, no copyright material, and that goes for the stream as well, man. Because Facebook now, and a couple of you guys have told me how harsh Facebook can be with that, and so I'm screening things really, really, profusely, and I'm even using Shazam, man, for certain tracks, and then finding them on YouTube. Like, for instance, this video we just saw of the Cosmic Freeway had this song, when the American fighters, they just come and they're attacking the aliens, this pretty, like, rock song, and so I Shazammed it and it actually came up, and I started getting nervous. I was like, holy crap, is there copyright here? And no, it turns out it's a video on YouTube that's offering it for free, no copyright, free use. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm Shazamming, being careful with that. And definitely, man, last thing any of us want is to get into copyright infringement issues, unless, like, I think some of you guys are doing, you're looking for that publicity, right? But just be wary of others, We're not looking to get into trouble right now, especially not with Facebook. So, okay, original content only, guys, no exceptions. Number 2, MP4 video format preferably. We can't do video links. We have to upload the video to the server. Number 3, video must have a title, length must be over 8 minutes long, and have proper credits. Please put your social media or website in the credits. We want you guys to get recognized for your work. Number 4, wait, hang on, I gotta scroll this, so give me 1 second, and here we go. No, wrong one, here we go. And okay, number 4, you retain the right to your videos. We're only putting them out there on our network, Toonex TV, for all to see. Yeah, that's cool to know. I'm pretty sure some people would have wondered about that. Number 5, we will accept shorts if you have a minimum of 10 short videos, 3 minutes in length, title credits included. Okay. Oh, we'll accept shorts. Sorry, read that wrong. 6. Once submitted, our team will look over and decide if it's a right fit. If so, we will contact you if any changes in length or format need to be made. It will then be uploaded to the server and be viewable for the world to see on our network, Toon X TV. That sounds awesome, guys. I'm really happy about this, man. So, like, you guys have at all these things, man. Like, it was exactly what I'm mentioning, and congrats to you, Jimmy, man. We have to just think about a whole bunch of different ways we can just promote each other and get the work out there, right? And this is a fascinating way, man. It's awesome. Now, up next, we have the Batman podcast experience. I believe it's episode 2. And so, like, just check this out, guys. Here we go.
You know, personally, I think Season 8 is the best Game of Thrones, and we're live. Here we go, Robin, another episode. What have we got?
You told me it was a surprise. You specifically told me
Never
not...
let anyone surprise you, Robin. I've told you that 1,000 times.
Okay, but you...
Surprise attack.
Whoa.
Okay, here we go. First off, I want to start by saying I don't know anyone called Alfred. How could I? I'm not Bruce Wayne. We got a lot of emails after last week's episode, but you people heard the interview. It was like he was right here in the room. Right in the room. Let's just nip that in the bud right now. People need to stop coming up to me and asking if I'm the Batman. But let's just say I knew a guy called Alfred. That wouldn't suddenly mean I'm Bruce Wayne. So that's enough about that. Enough, you hear? Anyway, Robin, clean this place up. It's a mess. Broken mugs everywhere. Who's our first caller?
He just told me to tell you that he's not clowning around.
You're live. Talking to me. The Batman.
Well. Hello, Bat.
So what's your question?
I don't really have a question, Bat. More like an observation.
Fine. What's your observation?
You're a stupid idiot, Bat.
Hey now. There's no need for...
A big, stupid idiot.
Reveal your identity to me. The Batman. The Dark Knight. The hero the city never asked for, but got anyway.
Oh, you know me quite well, Bat. I'm so happy. The joke is on you, Bat.
Don't call me again.
I think I will call again from time to time. I'm a man of my word.
Robin, who was that Joker?
I think it's pretty obvious.
You're right, it is. Clowning around. Joke's on me. I know exactly who it was. Alfred.
Okay. I know I'm not the only one who saw that. What the frick was that? Okay, Justin, got anything to say about that? Okay, you know what? Never mind. It's cool. I'm telling you guys, right? Promote each other. Yeah. Okay. So, what was that? Oh yeah. Who's that Joker? That stuff's good, man. Okay, all right. Yeah. Let's move on, shall we? To Bach. Remember the Bach animated series? That's a really intense show, man. And we have episode 2 showed episode 1 last stream, so you're definitely going to see a growth. Like I said, if you guys see this whole show through, you're going to see how his animating skills developed. And he started this, I think, like 2.5 years ago, something like that. And he started as a complete, like, amateur. And by the time you see his last, the most recent ones, he's done like 11 episodes, and that's really impressive, like considering it takes him about 2 months to do a single episode and he's already on episode 11, man. That's really intense, man. That's pretty much 2 years of work. And so, well, yeah, he started 2.5 years. What am I saying, man? So just check it out, man. Support this guy. It's really valuable stuff, and really not only can you see the story develop, but you can see his skills develop, and that's super awesome.
Not bad, Mr. Erdman. Not bad. We'll make a decent composer out of you yet. What is this?
It's a dissonant, Master Herder.
A dissonant? A minor sixth and a minor second together in the same chord?
Yes, Master. I know I should have resolved the phrase like this. But I thought that a dissonant would add to the drama, and it opens up the possibility to end with the main theme and its counterpoint.
This is a chord of the devil! This is heresy! How dare you challenge souls and boldly to burn in hell, Mr. Barr! You will remain here until the council's decided what to do with you. In the meantime, reflect upon your sins!
Reflect. Reflect upon what?
The minor second is the chord of the devil.
How would Master Herder know? Perhaps because he's been the organist of the devil himself. The way he plays, I wouldn't be surprised. Bastard. And I don't suppose that you can explain it to me either. If that chord's so bad, then why did God create it in the first place? What's so bad about me using it? Don't you like it, perhaps? If that's the case, then just tell me, because I'm only writing it for your glory. For you. Do you hear?
And stay tuned for more, guys, because it is episode 2, but that was part 1 of episode 2. We're going to be showing part 2 in a few minutes. And so really, if you guys like it, go ahead and go to the channel, tell them what you think. He needs all the support you can get. I'm pretty sure you guys can tell how much work is going into it, and it's definitely not getting the attention it deserves. So come on, just jump on over there whenever you get the chance. And up next, we have Hammond's Place by D. Ander.
Wildly successful stand-up comedian allegedly pulled some pretty dick moves recently. Ha ha. Shit. I don't want to talk about it, man. I'm just waiting for the basket auction to start.
Oh, I wonder if there's somewhere I can get some carrots around here. Shit! Hey, watch the hell out, brickhead! You may hurt somebody. Shit!
Hey, Mr. Auctioneer. Right this way. Let me get you something to drink.
Hey, Ozzy, what's the occasion? Are you cruising for chicks for the big basket auction tonight? Oh, geez, Ozzy, I wasn't really planning on heading over, but if you need a favor, I've got you covered. This whole basket auction seems a bit fishy to me. You got my word.
Yo, I'm over here, man. Get me the fuck out of here. Shit, let's go. Nah, man, the bar's closed, my car's fucked. Just get the fuck out of here. Take me home.
Just so we're clear, I win. Don't fuck this up, Johnny. I'm counting on you.
Lena, for fuck's sakes, you gotta explain this plan to me again.
You take this money and win me back my baskets. It's that simple. Don't you remember me explaining this last night?
No.
And that was Hamlet's Place by Ander, D. Ander. And so, you guys, again, head over to the channel if you like it. And we're almost getting there to the interview. I see you guys, you're a little anxious for the interview. We're about to get there. Hang with me. Just wanted to talk a little bit about, SWS, who's really they've been super helpful to make this stream. I'm working with them. We're creating some really awesome stuff. And especially the website. Like, the website is basically ready, man. Like, especially the Let's Learn part. So if you guys have any courses you want to show, or just want to get in there, maybe learn some stuff. But I think you guys can pretty much show people how to do this stuff, right? If you guys just want to get in there and start sharing your courses, you can charge for them, man. You can earn some money off of that if you're interested. Or check out, our Cypher, which is our digital store, or Productions, man, which has a lot to do with the streams, Productions comes directly from the streams. And don't ever forget Elevate. If you guys ever need any work done, want to get anything off your shoulders, want to just focus on the animations and somebody else focus on the promotions, just, give us a call and we'll work on it. No problem there. Remember, SWS is all about elevating artists, so it's something worth sharing. Do contact us if you need anything. Up next, we have something from JL Animation Studios, and that's Matt and Stephanie. Now, see, check it out. This next video is called Robo Samurai. And it's Matt who studied animation. Stephanie saw his work and sort of just wanted to step in as well, learn as well. And they're working on this channel together. JL Animation Studios. Up to that point, she'd only done novels, see, but now she's trying to look at animation. Well, they both are. They're both creating these pretty cool things. It's 3D. You're going to check that out. And they've only had the channel for a year, man. So, drop on by, give some love if you like what you see, and let's get into it.
Hey, you're not supposed to be in here. You're supposed to be outside. What are you doing? Oh, never mind.
And you keep your hands to yourself. Oh. I got it.
Whoa. Slow down.
Okay.
Slow down.
I don't got it.
What have you done? Do you know how long I've been working on that?
Uh-oh.
When I get me hands on you.
Watch out!
Now what in the hell is this crazy bastard doing?
No, you!
Oh, what now?
Clean it up. What the? No, you clean it up. Clean it up. No, you. No, you. Rah! Hi-ya!
I really miss the days when humans roamed the earth. I really, really do.
Hey guys, that was pretty crazy, huh? I love those 3D animations, and I think they're working on something right now. As soon as I get it, I'll get on the streams. But dudes, the moment is finally arrived. We've got Ted Hazard here with us. Hey Ted, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty cool, man. Like, not only I, man, but lots of people have been waiting for this moment, man. Like, we've also announced a sneak peek, man. So it's gonna be pretty cool, man. Like, I think we could like show the sneak peek somewhere in between the interview, and then get on to the actual
I think
episode.
that would be the best spot. The best spot for it, actually.
Yeah, so you can sort of actually like tell us also where the whole idea for the show came from and stuff, man. But right now, the most interesting thing, well, the thing I really want to ask about right now is how you started, man. How did you start animating?
Let's see. That's actually a really good question. I had a whole story actually planned, and I completely forgot about it. But no, I mean, like,
nerves
I'm sure,
got to you
with everybody else. Yeah, a little bit. I haven't done an interview in a while, so. But I kind of feel like I kind of started like a lot of the people on the show or the Toon Nation. You know, the 90s was like most of my childhood, so like,
ooh, yeah.
You know, every kid gets a TV in their room eventually at some point. And
yeah, man.
The first thing I noticed on my television was oh cool, Cartoon Network, I'm gonna watch this. And then you know, you get a TV in your room and you're like, well, no one can tell me I have to go to bed if I turn the TV down real low. So you end up watching Cartoon Network like past 10 o'clock at night, and next thing you know, you find out what like Space Ghost Coast to Coast is. And then, you know, in those early 2000s, like Adult Swim started being a thing, and that was a big part of me really wanting to get into animation, and like comedy and voiceover and stuff like that. And I mean, like I've always drawn since like I was like 3, 4, something like that, you know, I was a kid. And mostly through high school, I would do like my own comics that I'd like Xerox. Like I'd draw them in glass and then I'd Xerox them and sell them to kids.
Dude,
And then
that's
I'd
cool.
make like $20 a week. Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. So they were a bit successful, right?
Yeah.
They're quite successful, actually. So, but like,
Yeah. Well, that's
dude, $20 a week from
Right, you
kids.
go.
That's
Wait,
crazy.
what?
Man. $20 a week from kids, man. That's quite a feat.
Yeah.
Like it's their lunch money, dude.
No, I mean like that's how much I would make. Like I'd be selling them for $1.
Yeah, but still, man. Well, I don't, but anyway, man. Like, you said two things that really caught my attention right now, which was first about like everybody's here has noticed, right? How if you rewatch those cartoons we saw as kids, man, like especially as adults, we understand a bunch of the jokes that really we didn't get as kids, right? Sort of innuendos or stuff like that, right? And as compared to TV today, man, which is very, very like censored, man. I don't know. They're really taking care about what they show kids today, right? And what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I kind of see it. Like I feel like in the 90s, like even with kids cartoons, I feel like people got away with a lot more because back then it was like, oh, well, it's a kid's cartoon. They're not going to understand it. But like, you know, a lot of 90s animation ended up becoming like cult classics with like adults because of that reason. You know?
Yeah, man. I understand.
But it's like a lot of stuff today is like you said, it's like very censored. Like,
don't you feel it's a little too dumbed down, like way too much, man?
I mean, like some stuff is okay, you know, like some modern day animation, like I can give it, you know, I can give or take it. Excuse me. But you know, like a lot of other stuff, it's just like you said, it's like very dumbed down. Like it's not as clever as things used to be.
Yeah, I think that's it, man. It's not as clever. Like they're too careful about it. But you, man, like you are very bold about everything you do, and I think that's what people really love about your comedy, man. And where does that come from? You know, that really bold side of your comedy.
You know, like honestly, I really think I think if I didn't do because before I got into animation and writing for animation and like doing voiceover, I was doing like comics, and then I went into doing web comics. And doing web comics is very unforgiving because the internet hates everything you do, and you need to kind of really like be on 24/7. So I feel like I kind of like really developed this kind of wit to like pick out everyday situations or moments or things that people say and kind of just like think of something to say right off the bat, you know what I mean? And a lot of the times when I would say something like that, I'd like put it in the back of my head and say, okay, that's going to be a comic. Fast forward to now, or like, you know, back when I started doing animation, I would still do that, and I'd still be writing web comics. But then I thought, like, no, you know what? I think this joke would work a lot better in animation. So I'd save that, write it into a script or something. But then later on, when I started doing a lot more improv with my comedy, it's just kind of that wit. Like, I barely even write anything now. Like for Ted and Simon, like I was talking to Zachary, and I'm running out of breath here. I was talking to Zachary and Brian about this, about how most of my comedy's improv now. Like, I just come up with stuff right on the spot. Like,
cool, man.
a lot of those arguments on Ted and Simon, between Simon and Rusty, like, you know, Rusty like, you can't understand what he says ever.
Yeah.
And half the time, like, I'll just think of something to go off about in my head.
Yeah, because even like PD right now is saying how it's really quick wit, and that is true, man. Like they're very like witty, man. Your jokes, and like even in the preview we're gonna show right now, man. That whole I'm not gonna spoil anything, but just the PARCK, dude. It's just it just happens so fast, man, and it's great, man. I love that. Like, so you're pretty much like improvising these things, right? While you're recording audio, I'm supposing, right?
Like, pretty much. I mean, my whole writing process goes. I'll come up with like a plot, you know.
Okay.
Like you just can't like go into the. I mean, I'm sure some people do this, but you can't just go in, record a bunch of lines,
Yeah, you have to.
and try to put them together into a sensible story. But I mean, you can't do that. I mean, for me, it's more comfortable to like. I write the plot. I kind of write bare bones, some jokes, and then when I go in to record lines, it's just. I'll even tell the other voice actors. I'll be like, "Okay, here's the guidelines you need to go by. Here's where we start. I don't care what happens in the middle, but this is where we need to end."
Yeah, okay.
That's pretty
crazy.
much the only guidelines I give people.
And so, like, how many people do you work with for the, like, how many voice actors, man, do you get on your show and stuff?
When I was doing Crust Tunes, I don't know the exact number of people I worked with, but a lot of the people that I did work with in Crust Tunes were in a lot of local bands here up in Northeast Pennsylvania. And I couldn't even tell you how many people I've worked with on that show. But on Ted and Simon right now, like I've been trying to keep the cast kind of on the smaller side, so I don't have to work with as many people.
Yeah.
But it's kind of growing by the day. Because I mean, the core cast right now, it's me, obviously. I do the voice of myself. But it's very I don't want to think the word's ironic, but I think it's kind of funny that like the show is called Ted and Simon, and like I'm barely on the show. It's just Simon and Rusty doing whatever it is they do from time to time. And then Tyler's on the show. He's my best friend, and he's the guitar player of the band I'm in, Condition Oakland.
Cool, man.
And he helps write some of the skits. Like a lot of times we'll be sitting in the car, we'll be just driving somewhere, because it's Pennsylvania. Like you need to drive like 40 minutes to get anywhere fun in Pennsylvania. And we'll just come up with these like random scenarios in our head, and that's like a lot of what the scripts end up being.
Oh, cool, man. That's awesome. Like I've heard about that quite a bit, man, on the stream. Like even the guys from it's called Hammonds, you know, that just conversations building up something that eventually becomes what we're watching, and that's so awesome, dude. It's
pretty
like,
much.
Like
so yeah, there's Tyler, Chris Decker's on it too. He's in my other band, which is my solo project, and I just kind of wrote him into the show because like I thought I was like I think the conversation started like, you know, it'd be funny if like you were my neighbor on the show. And
so that's
like,
a neighbor.
It was like, okay, yeah. So he's one of the neighbors. And then his daughter Rosie, his real life daughter Rosie, is actually on the show.
Whoa, really? Cool, man. Like so, it's like all those connections, man. What I love is how life seeps into the animations. That's pretty crazy, man. And so, like,
and then like,
oh, good.
Yeah, but I mean, like, for now, I'm like looking through the comments here. I'm gonna have to read them later. I think it's hilarious that you're telling your dog to be quiet during this interview.
Yeah, he's going crazy, man.
I think that's you. Anyways, but we're adding more people to like the main cast. Like I have my buddy, the drummer from my band, actually, Danny Lentes. He's actually worked with me on a couple of music videos as like just an actor, and every time he acted, I was like, because he's this kid just goes off about anything and everything because he's such a ball of anxiety. And like he does these random voices, and one day I was just like, this is between when I was doing Crustoons and Ted and Simon. I was like, one of these days when I get back into animation, I'm like, you're gonna be a character on one of my shows. He's like, yeah, whatever. Keep telling me that you're not gonna do that. You don't care about me. That kind of stuff. And then,
and then bam.
He's gonna be on the next episode. I don't really want to get into who he's gonna play because I kind of want it to be a surprise.
Yeah, and that actually,
I'm sorry.
I think it actually doesn't get spoiled here, does it? Like what I saw no Fred. But
no, I think the only person I actually showed this to was Zachary. I don't think I showed it to anybody else.
Okay, so
he's gonna end up playing a character. What?
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say he's actually gonna end up playing a character from the old Ted and Simon webcomic that hasn't been introduced in animated form yet. So yeah, Danny's gonna be on there, and then there's a stand-up comedian from around my area named Russell Austin, who's done some touring. He's gonna be part of the main cast now too. All right, now I'm done.
No problem. But that's exactly what you said, man. Like it's growing, man. And it's cool, man. Like because your audience is growing too, so you gotta just sort of just tend more what's it called? More expectations, right? And
yeah.
Also, well, why don't we show them the sneak peek so they can kind of get an idea of what we're talking about? All right, so this is a sneak peek to the next episode of Ted and Simon called Fred on Arrival. Here we go, and cool.
No, you're not listening. That's not what the problem is. The problem is it does taste like coffee. If you're gonna put a cinnamon bun on a box of coffee, then it better taste like a cinnamon bun! You know, you guys really aren't supposed to drink those. Who says we're drinking them? You know, taking care of you two is a real walk in the park. Alright, you heard the man. What are you two doing? Stop doing things. What does it look like we're doing, Einstein? We're getting ready to go. You said the magic word! Oh yeah, and don't be pulling that WALK crap on us again. We know how to spiel. Oh, give me a break. I said spiel, not pronounce. What are you, Wishbone? Anybody remember that dog? Wishbone, cute little Wishbone dog. He used to read books and I think he used to solve mysteries. And nobody remembers Wishbone.
Hey guys, so what you think about that? Here, Ted, and so did you guys catch on to the whole spelling the park bit? Yeah, like those jokes, man. They're just, I don't know, man. I really love them, man, and I love how you have no respect for anything. You're a real hardcore guy.
I really don't think it's that I don't have any respect for anything. I just kind of feel like when I put on the Simon hat, I kind of get that whole I have no respect for anything. I kind of feel like that's his character.
All right,
like,
got it. So...
I kind of like writing for characters is like I find they don't really take a they don't take a personality until you put them in a cartoon. Like, I mean, I've done web comics for years with the Simon character and Krusty Keenan from Crustoons, and in the comic they're like they're just what they are. They say little one-liners and it's like, oh, that's funny. But when you start writing for a character in animation, voicing them, that's when their real personality starts coming out. Like before, Simon was just kind of like, yeah, whatever, I don't care, I'm a dog. But now in the cartoon, it's like he's just this cynical old man of a dog that just
totally
has like you said, no respect for anything.
Yeah, and how did the whole copyright infringement thing come on? I have to admit, man, that's one of my favorite parts. But why'd you do it, dude? Like dominoes, all that.
You know what? The domino thing didn't happen until this is funny. So Dylan, who does Hammond's Place in Space Heater, he just randomly posted that on Facebook the one day, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, can we use this on the TV in the next episode of Ted and Simon?" And he was like, "Sure, absolutely," because we've done work together before. So I put that on there, and I wanted to kind of feature it a little more prominently. And I didn't do the vocal parts for that scene in the episode until I think after I did that part. So I just kind of started going off talking about the little dominoes thing he did, and that's kind of how that came about. The funniest thing about that though was I did it once and I was like, oh, that's got to go in there, but I can do better, and I ended up doing that. I did 20 takes of that until I was happy with one.
And you know how that whole episode ends with, that if you know anybody affected by copyright infringement, please call this number. But so was that sort of the joke that started the whole copyright infringement joke throughout the episode?
No. See, that whole episode originally was not about copyright infringement. It just kind of progressed into it. Originally, I don't know where I came up with the whole Baby Grumbo storyline. I thought it was kind of originally the second episode was supposed to be about something completely different. It was supposed to be about a costume party at Chris's house, and then Simon and Rusty battle an evil cat that's actually a cat burglar. And now that I think back about it, I'm like, that's kind of a really lame premise for an episode. And then I think, because this is usually what happens to me with storylines. I'll think of something that I think is going to be such a great storyline, and I'll be like, oh, I like this so much, I'm going to do this in the next episode, and I'll just think about it way too much. And then about 2 weeks before I'm going to start the next episode, I'm like, it'd be funny if they wanted to get me a birthday present, and instead they got the guy who plays Baby Grumbo to come to my house, but it's actually Baby Grumbo, and he's just the baby from Roger Rabbit.
Oh,
and then I'll be like, no, that's way better. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I love hearing about how the process goes down, man. And so, how about you throw some voices at us, man? It'd be awesome,
All right,
man.
what do you want to hear?
How about? Go ahead.
You're gonna have to really tell me exactly what you want to hear. I'm not a recorded machine that you could just hit play on and be like, oh, look, he's doing a little voice. Isn't that adorable?
All right. Well, how about one of those discussions? The ones that you say come pretty naturally between characters.
Well, I have to be completely honest here. I'm kind of at home right now. It's kind of a little late. Everybody at my house is sleeping, especially Rusty. He's kind of sleeping over here. He's a real dog. He's
okay.
But he's probably going to be up in a.
So he's a real dog, man. That's so cool, man.
Yeah, I saw Brian Askin, or Petey, as he's known on Facebook. Everybody calls him Petey.
Yeah.
Simon and Rusty, they actually are real dogs. Simon isn't. He was my dog for a very long time, but dogs only live so long, so he's not with us anymore. But he is the original basis of the Simon character in Ted and Simon. But Rusty's still here. He's still plopping around. He's very similar to his comic counterpart, or his cartoon counterpart.
But
he's kind of a little derpy, but he's pretty smart.
How about
mostly?
Physically, are they physically similar? Do they
pretty
look like?
Much. I mean, well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I should have sent pictures.
No,
but
don't worry,
they're very,
don't worry.
very similar to their cart. What?
No, don't worry. It's cool.
No. But yeah, so basically Rusty he's supposed to be a small dog, and he has a large dog-sized bed. I think he weighs about 25 pounds last time I weighed him.
Yeah, he's pretty small.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure last time I weighed him, he was about 30, 35 pounds. I'm sorry, 34 pounds.
Oh man, that's good. That's great. It's just, I don't know. Me personally evokes the cartoons, man, every time you guys do this stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And
but I'll tell you what, though. Probably, I was actually talking about this on, I think it was Tuesday, whatever day we did recording sessions last. The Simon voice, that's pretty easy to do. I mean, it's kind of like a generic voice everybody does. But the Rusty voice, believe it or not, is actually way harder to do than any of the voices I do.
Oh, well, cool, man. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Because it's just kind of... It's just weird, because it's like... It's very similar to a voice I did for the cartoon Wine and Dine I used to do. There was this guy named Mikey, and he was a dishwasher at the restaurant, and he just kind of, did his own thing. Cool. And I kind of just took that and turned it into a dog's voice, but then it kind of just turned into its own thing. Yeah. Like, I used to do, when I was doing Crustoons, I did some shorts of Ted and Simon, but they were called Simon and Rusty because I wasn't there. And Rusty really, when I did those, didn't really have a voice, and Simon sounded like completely different. He sounds a lot closer to the actual Two-Face voice I'm going to be using on the Batman podcast, which that's another thing I was going to talk about, but I just kind of blurted it out. But so.
No, but like.
But yeah, I'm gonna.
You gonna what, man?
What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say that here in the comments they're saying they love the design. Jimmy Moore says they love his design. Justin Will says he can't stop laughing. Petey says nice. Just wanted to get into the comments a bit, and also, well, you sent us another show, man, about Krusty Toons, right?
Oh yeah, Crustoons. Yeah, that comic was not comic. I'm sorry, I keep talking about comics. This show's about animation, not comics. That was a show that originally was a comic about me and my friends that were all in bands, and we like run a record label, and it was just about my friends, and it was about like punk music and the local music scene. And it kind of got to the point where I did like 500 installments of that. And there were people that were like, why am I not in your comic? Or please stop making comics about me because I'm getting offended about it. So there was a character on there by the name of Krusty Keenan, and he basically was this crust punk that kind of died all the time or got beat up. And I kind of thought, well, what if I did a comic about him? Because people seem to like him. So I think it was comic number like 550 or something. I did this whole thing where they found out he was 16 and living in a dumpster behind the record label building, and they called child services on him, and that's how they kind of, like, the comic just kind of started to focus on him not being at the record label anymore and having to go back to school and then starting a band and kind of meeting all these other punk rock scene archetypes. Like the people in his band, there's your typical gatekeeper punk rocker named Hawk, and then his drummer is your typical stoner drummer, and his name, I couldn't think of a name for him, so I called him Punk Rock Friend Number 3. So
that's cool.
And that's kind of how I got into animation, because
so
I
you
did
started
this
with
comic.
that one.
Yeah, like I did that comic. I started it 2014 or 2013.
Wow,
I think it was
cool.
2013 actually.
And actually, like, that's a crazy story, man. A crazy backstory to how something came to life, man. But continue, dude.
Yeah, and I just kind of started doing it, and then I think it was Thanksgiving of 2014. I was like at my ex-girlfriend's Thanksgiving dinner with her family, and they're like, "So what do you do?" And I'm like, "Well, I draw, comic strips." And they're like, "Oh, like cartoons?" And I'm like, "No, like like you'd see in the newspaper, and they're like, "Oh, well, that's a dead medium." And like I was so angry about it. I'm driving home. I was driving home like 3 hours. I'm like, dead medium. I'm gonna show them. And then like I woke up the next morning and I'm like, I should really learn how to do animation at some point. So I think I woke up and I watched a bunch of YouTube videos about animation.
Well, cool,
And
awesome.
like I kind of got the gist of it, and was like, all right, I'm gonna try doing this. But I didn't want to do it with Crustoons at first. So I took 2 characters from Wine and Dine, and I did a short little animation. It's like maybe 30 seconds, and it took me maybe 4 hours, and it looks terrible compared to what I do now. But I'm still pretty proud of it. But anyways, that's kind of how I got into wanting to do animation. Like, I would come home every night from work, and I would do like little 20-second, 30-second little skits.
And
just, you know, with a little SM58 microphone, and just, you know, sat there for 5 hours, did it, went to bed, went to work the next day, repeated the next day. And then Decker, who's actually on Ted and Simon, suggested to me, he's like, you know, instead of doing these little shorts every single night, why don't you just do a bunch of little shorts and make a full episode? And that's where I was like, that's how I can do Crustoons the animated series. That's where that started. And then,
Cool.
you know, the rest is history.
Yeah, man. Definitely have to check out Crustoon. Like, which episode did you send me here?
The episode I sent today is actually, I think it's called Death Rosenstock.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the name of it.
Death Rosenstock. And like, how far into the show are we by this point?
That is the season premiere of season 3.
Season 3, okay, cool.
Which I would say is probably the best season. The first 2 seasons, like, I think they're good. I don't think they really match up quality-wise to the 3rd season.
Okay, well, I definitely have to check them all out, man. Sounds cool. Yeah. And I bet there's even a sort of evolution going on there, isn't there? There's something around
what was
sorts. I'm pretty sure I could see a bit of an evolution of your style, like how it really takes shape. That'd be cool, man.
I think season 3 is kind of like around the time I was like, because I did right before I did season 3, I did a short film by the name of Life is Pain, which is based on a graphic novel I did like a couple of years ago. And that I feel like that was kind of like the start of the evolution, where I was kind of like, you know what, this animation stuff's I'm not too bad at this. Maybe I should start taking it a little more seriously. And then, yeah, kind of like around when season 3 started, I think that's kind of like what you're saying, like the evolution kind of started.
Cool, okay. So I'm going to check that out, man. How about we show them the episode? Let everyone see like what we're talking about. All right, so here we go, guys.
I thought I told you to stop getting your crap sent here.
And I thought I told you to stop giving me crap. You know what? I spent all day at work over a hot grill, and I have to come home to this crap. Man, the nerve.
Krusty, this isn't Wine and Dine. You don't work over a hot grill. What is this anyways? It's obviously not some sort of literature thing, because, you know, you can't read.
Give me that. It's this month's issue of Musician's Enemy.
Don't you mean Musician's Friend?
Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies closer.
Let's get crusty, let's get crusty.
How the Jerry Fells can you even afford anything in here? Everything is so overpriced.
Duh, by buying a knockoff, you dingus!
Alright, all references to the first 2 seasons aside, have you ever actually thought about buying a brand name guitar?
Hey, is this a brand name guitar?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
I thought this wasn't Wine and Dine. References. The Fonder Telemat! Master is a brand name guitar. The guy at the music store told me. Look, at least it's not like an epic faux list or a second act. Cause you know, those are brand names.
Look, I'm just saying, Krusty, why don't you just go for the gusto? Get the crown jewel. You only live once. You never know when debt's gonna be knocking at your door. Krusty, it's for you.
I'm busy.
Derpy, now!
I mean, I guess this one is okay, but I could use it at the Iron Cross because I don't want people thinking I'm in Motorhead.
Or skinhead.
Oh my god, I disconnected those two.
What the hell are you doing?
Doing guitar shopping? You got me all self-conscious now. I'm not gonna stop until I find a new one. I'm a man possessed.
It's obsessed.
Is he gonna be like this all day, or...?
Give or take.
Find those meddlesome turtles and destroy them one by one, systematically until they're nothing but turtle soup.
Really? You wanna turn them into turtle soup? Are you gonna, like, eat them?
What? No, that's sick. Even I have a little compassion.
Yeah, this is the guy who kicked the baby.
My man! This is why you guys aren't allowed to speak.
Way to go, Terry. Now we're all gonna be on guard duty.
Well, I like the body on this one, but I don't like the neck. However, I don't like the body shape on this one, but I like the neck. Why are people so possessed with brand names anyways?
It's obsessed! Obsessed!
Preston, prepare to
Hold
meet...
on a second. Okay, go.
Meet thy maker.
I really don't want to go to the manufacturer, but if I gotta...
Are you not shocked by my presence?
Dude, I got Santa Claus on my speed dial.
That's still a thing?
You have cheated death one too many times. Your eternal damnation is growing impatient.
How could I have cheated on you if I never dated you?
What the heck? Bratman, come on. Hang on, guys. Let me, yeah, okay, let's see that again, shall we?
One too many times. Your eternal damnation is growing impatient.
How could I have cheated on you if I never dated you?
That's not what he meant!
Oh, and I guess there's something wrong with two dudes dating each other now, huh? Triggered.
Is he always this ignorant?
Give or take. Look, he's doing one of his little bits. Could you just come back tomorrow?
No, I can't. I need him now. If I don't get him to the office by 5, I could lose my job.
Hey, Krusty, wanna go to the beer store?
Not really. I'm kind of comfortable.
I'm buying.
Shotgun! And I don't mean the car. I can care less if I sit in the front. I'm a rebel without applause.
Works every time.
Behold, the bone!
Hey guys, what time is band practice? Never mind, I could see you're busy.
Behold, the bone train!
Bone train?
Is that a 1997 Buick Century?
Do not patronize the bone train! What?
Bone train?
No, I just got that.
You know, like bone?
Yep.
References.
Yep.
Hey, I said shotgun!
You said you didn't care where you sit. Besides, you can't call shotgun till you see the car, dummy.
Ah! There, and I can't see nothing.
That's pretty dank.
We could probably get more beer if we get a knockoff brand.
How do you not realize what's going on by now?
So what, you just want to get like 40s, or...?
But is he always this ignorant?
Give or take.
Ugh.
So, you're dropping me off after this, right?
Yeah, no. Once a mortal soul has boarded the bone train,
Bone train.
they are forever bound to the world beyond. Plus, I'm not coming back this way.
Well, that's just great. I hope you're happy, Krusty. Your ignorance finally killed us.
Give or take. Hey, can we turn this jam up? It's pretty good.
Oh, you like? This is my solo project.
You have a solo project?
Yeah, but I could never find shows because I don't know anyone in the scene.
Hey, where are the friggin' drums?
Damn, son!
Thanks for the show, guys. And this Fonder Telemaster's great. I'm glad we can make a deal.
Well, the deal was for you to let me live and not Krusty, but whatever. We'll keep in touch.
Yeah, man. I got you on speed dial.
That's still a thing?
This just came for you. Oh, and by the way,
Stop getting your crap sent here!
Finally, my brand new... I said Placid Blue, not Sunburst! What the hell is everyone's possession with Sunburst anyways?
It's obsessed! Obsessed!
I wanna touch you, get my bony hands around you. I wanna touch you, take you to your grave. I wanna touch you, but not. Thanks for the show, guys, and this Fondue Telemaster is great. I'm glad we make. Oh, Fondue Telemaster.
Yeah, so that was Toon, guys. And a little bit of Prattman in there too. But so, Ted, you were telling me something right now. Mind telling everyone else?
What were we talking about? What were we talking about?
we were talking about your other show, man, about the Wine and Dine, which had a lot to do with improvisation, right?
Was that Wine and Dine? I don't think that was Wine and Dine. I think we were just talking about Ted and Simon again, but we could talk about Wine and Dine if you want to talk about that.
No, man, I'm here to talk about whatever you want to talk about, and to just kind of get the juice out of you.
I think what you were bringing up was the whole thing with the wishbone thing. Was that it?
Oh yeah, wishbone. That's right.
Okay, so I was going to talk about this earlier, but I got sidetracked as always. That whole entire opening scene, that the preview for the new episode, that entire wishbone thing was completely improvised. It got improvised to the point where I actually, after I did it, I was like, it would be funny, because originally in the next scene they go to a bus stop and there was supposed to be a homeless person there, and Brian from Petey and Pyle was actually supposed to voice the homeless person. That was my original plan. But then I thought it would be hilarious if the homeless person was not a homeless person, but Wishbone the dog, the actor that plays Wishbone the dog, as an out-of-work actor. So that ended up making it in there, and I was like, all right, who could play Wishbone? Let's see. He's a Russell Terrier. That's where I got the idea for having the comedian Russell Austin do the voice of the Russell Terrier. And that's kind of the story I wanted to tell. But basically, that character wouldn't exist without improv.
That's crazy. And like you guys also were talking about certain mistakes, man. Certain mistakes that you sort of want to change at first instance, but then you just look back on it and it's like, I think that stays, man. Right?
You know, I like to consider myself kind of a perfectionist. This even goes with music. Every time I'm in a recording studio recording something, I need to take like 15 takes to do it until I'm happy with what I did. It goes the same for animation. Like, if something's not exactly the way I want it to be, I'm just gonna be like, no, I can't put this out. But Jimmy from Inferno actually talked to me. He's like, nah, man, leave the mistakes. It's better with the mistakes. So that's something like I really have to learn to get more comfortable with. I don't remember. There was a scene in episode 1 of Ted and Simon and Man's Worst Friend, that was like, there was something in the scene where he was talking to Rusty in the car with the binoculars, and I don't remember what the mistake was, but I wanted to go back and I wanted to fix it. Turns out the project file was completely missing. I don't know what I did with it. So I was kind of like, I could either reanimate this or just try to forget there was a mistake there and not point it out to anybody. And I went with the latter. Was it the former or the latter? Whatever, the one where I didn't fix anything. And to this day, I can't remember what the mistake was.
Dude, and nobody caught on, man. Like, those things are usually just like in the creator's head. Well, not like they don't exist, but like only the creator can really pinpoint those moments, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes not even.
Like I'll be honest. Yeah, like I'll be honest. Sometimes if I finish an episode, I won't watch it for at least a month. You know,
Ooh, yeah.
until I'll edit it, I'll watch it. Okay, it's good, put it out. But like I won't watch it again for like another like 3 months. Just because like I've seen it enough times, and I'm just kind of like sick of it.
Yeah, to create that
and I'm
distance.
like so desensitized to a lot of the like very cynical jokes that are on there. Like a lot of episodes of Crust Tunes were like that. Like I think the season finale was one of those where I was like it's done. I'm not watching it until I feel like watching it again. And I just actually watched through the entire run of season 3 and I'm like, why did I ever criticize this? This looks really good, you know?
Yeah.
It's just kind of like one of those things where, I don't know, I guess you get sick of your own work after a while.
Yeah, I can relate to that. But
you
with
know,
music,
I mean, like, I don't really feel like that way with Ted and Simon, though. I kind of feel different about it. Like, it's weird because it's, like, it kind of goes like this with music, too. Like, I would put out solo albums, and every time I put out an album, it was like, I would be like, I really like this, nobody else liked it. Or, I hate this, and everybody else liked it. But it wasn't until, like, last year I put out an album that I liked and everybody else liked. Like, I kind of feel that same way with Ted and Simon. Like, I kind of feel like it's kind of a good feel for me, I think.
yeah, when both the audience and the creator click, you mean?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm trying to say, I think.
Yeah, but I can totally relate, man. Like, I do feel you get really sick of it, man. And sometimes, what I would do, man, was before publishing, I'd give it a lot of space, man, because I was like sort of insecure in that way, and I noticed that once I gave it enough space, I could judge it more, properly, because you do sort of just fall so much into the details, like what I'm talking about is more about like singing, right? And so and like little things in the voice, but that are there, man. But that other people will consider completely natural, and so that might have even been what happened with your video, right? Like it just fell in, and it's so natural in the video that not even you notice nowadays, man.
Yeah, it's kind of exactly what I was trying to say. You hit the nail in the coffin.
And also, you told me there was a couple of things you wanted to announce. You're going to be appearing somewhere?
Oh, yeah. We were talking about this during, actually, the interview during the episode of Crust Tunes, I feel like was a lot more natural. But I'm actually going to say this. Jimmy mentioned it in the comments. I'm actually going to be playing a character coming up on Inferno. I'm supposed to be in an episode of PD and Pile at some point, and I'm going to be doing Two-Face in the Batman podcast, which I'm super excited about because I've always wanted to voice Two-Face since I was like a kid.
Oh man, cool.
When I didn't even know like I would be doing voice acting for anything, I was like, boy, I sure want to be Two-Face one day. And even though I don't know if I'm going to be doing voice acting, but that was pretty cool because that kind of came about from those comments on the first stream I was on when I was like, it'd be funny if I called up and did prank phone calls as Two-Face. That's pretty much the entire character is just me doing prank phone calls in angrier Simon voice as Two-Face.
That sounds so cool, man. I can't wait to see those things, dude. And like on Petey and Pile, you said as well. You're gonna be there.
And what'd you say?
You're making an appearance on Petey and Pile as well.
Yeah. Let me talk to Brian the last couple of weeks. He's gonna be on the next episode of Ted and Simon. And I'm gonna be on an episode of Petey and Pile at some point, which I'm super excited about.
That does sound so cool, man. So just make sure to send it all this way, man. Everyone, man. Like, I'd love to just be sharing all these things.
I'm sure it's gonna end up on the stream at some point.
Yeah, man. Has to. But what else, man? What else you got for us?
I'm not exactly sure what else I have. I know hopefully episode 3 is going to be out sometime in March. I unfortunately had to go back to the workforce this week.
Ooh, yeah.
So that kind of cut into my animation time, but you know, I don't need to sleep. Like, I'm good on 3 hours of sleep. I could just work all day and then animate all night and I'll be fine.
And so when can we expect it, more or less?
I want to say maybe second week of March. I'm about two and a half minutes in, and I'm only on the first scene. But the scenes aren't really that long, so it's about, I think it was about 7 or 8 scenes. But the voices aren't even done for it yet, so we'll see when I get time to finish those, and it's probably going to be March. I'm going to say March.
Sure, man. No problem. No pressure. I think it's safe to say you have a pretty dedicated audience, and we'd just love to see what happens, man. So
yeah, I'm super grateful for the Toon Nation community, because before I met all of you guys, like, I didn't know there were other people that did animation that weren't complete bricks. Because, like...
But man, like I was telling you a bit ago, like a bit ago, man, I was telling you how, and this is completely honest, man, I've never seen such a cool and awesome community of support, man, and I'm really happy for you guys.
Yeah, like I was telling you earlier, it really reminds me of like the punk rock scene that I grew up with in like 2003, 2004. Like, everybody supported each other and helped each other. And, you know, there wasn't any, like, backstabbing, or, you know, somebody goes behind your back and tells Zachary Thomas, yo, I don't like that Jimmy guy, you know? It's not like that.
And there are lots of places that are like that,
And
lots of communities are like that, so...
Yeah, and it's like, I feel like before, like, I started talking to everybody and found, like, this group, like, I'd put out animation, and it's like, my people I know in, like, my real life... They don't, like, they're just kind of like, oh, cool, it's like a cartoon. And, you know, they don't really appreciate the gravity of what it was, like, and how much work was into it. They're just kind of like, oh, we just drew that together. It's whatever. Probably took them, like, 3 hours or something. Or, like, you'd have people that are jealous of, like, how you're doing stuff. Like, you know, you're being creative. And then, like, they go on and they make little comments like, well, that little... His eye is slightly an inch lower than his left eye.
Yeah.
So this is complete garbage. So I'm sure a lot of people have had to deal with that.
All I can say, man, is that you guys just keep doing that, man. You guys are doing great, man, and I can see you guys growing. And it's just, the more people we get into this, the better it's going to be, man. It's just already so cool, man. I can't imagine how it's going to be in a couple of months or something. So just, you know... Everybody just keep at it. And Ted, it was awesome to have you on, dude. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm sorry it was so awkward.
Not at all, dude. Well, I didn't feel it was awkward. But what I do want, man, is do keep me posted, all right? I really want to see what happens on your show. And I'll definitely get you on the streams.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, dude.
No problem.
Take care.
You too.
Alright, guys. let us continue with some Stars and Beyond. Okay, here we go, guys.
Hey, sorry, can I ask you something?
Yes.
While my new team is dancing, what can you tell me about Casey Carlisle? You do know her, right?
I do. She's full of mystery. I understand why you're interested.
Oh no, it's not like that. She will be my new work partner.
Oh, that's great. She's awesome. But she changed a lot after the accident with the Carlisles. Her folks were lost on a planet with huge monsters. It's rumored that their pilot led them. That's why missions are done by 2 people now, and they pilot them themselves. He tried to come back later, but they had disappeared. The mystery is that their vital watches are still active. That means that they are alive. But they are not on that planet at all. Imagine how Cassie feels not knowing what happened.
Yeah. Hey, beautiful. I thought you forgot about me. This is Polly. She was just telling me what my new partner was
Hey,
going
you're
to
that
be like.
singer.
Yeah, I'm Leslie.
Well, stranger. Hey, buddy, we leave you alone for 2 seconds and you already got a girl?
She's my girlfriend.
My name is Kent.
I'm Leslie. Leslie Lang? The singer? I'm a huge fan of your music. Honored that you like my music. I think what you're doing is really heroic too.
Looks like Leslie and Casey will be best friends.
I hope not.
Thanks for coming, Trevor.
Thank you for inviting me.
And we're going to celebrate your arrival right away. Welcome to the team.
Alright, let's see how you're doing. Do you still have pain in your shoulder from that fall you had last year?
I don't think so.
Now?
Nope.
Wonderful. Now, a quick eye check. Looking good. And the heart? Your heart rate is a bit fast. Are you anxious about something?
Actually, I'm kind of nervous about my mission because I have a new partner and I'm gonna have to get used to him somehow. And I'm not sure how this is gonna turn out.
I know what's bothering you. You are afraid of not having control over the situation. It's fine to let someone else take the wheel for once. Even better, co-piloting.
Well, there you are. Are you finished with all your doctor appointments?
Yes.
Oh, good, because now we gotta go see our dispatcher for the flight to Tanis. Alright, these are your suits. Heat resistant for the desert. And only Cassie's gonna have a radio, because Trevor, no offense, but you know the rules.
Yeah, I know.
So you two stay close, help each other out, and next mission you're gonna have your own. Now suit up. Well, here it is, in all its glory. This is Baby. And before you ask me why this stupid name, this is because it's the smallest ship in the colony, designed especially for one passenger.
You can't just stop rubbing it in how much you don't want me here, huh?
No, I didn't mean it like that, honestly. Here's your new home for the next 3 days. Now let's see what the mechanics have installed. See, they've butchered my wall with your new giant bed.
That's a bed?
Yeah, I'll show you. It comes out of the wall. See? You can take a nap if you want. I'll wake you when we get there.
Yeah, sure.
All employees must evacuate the premise immediately. Launching is about to start.
for a rough landing.
Well, guys, so remember, that's not the full episode. There's actually another half of it missing. So, I think I'm gonna have it next stream as well, if you guys want to check it out there. But I do, I'll show you guys. You have to go to the channel, check it out. There's also lots of, like, behind-the-scenes material on that channel. Like, Petey, you were saying there was great detail on that. I'm pretty sure that's sort of covered in all this, like, behind-the-scenes stuff. And I think there's even a video of the creator sort of talking to her audience, And remember, this was first a book, so you might want to check into that. And next we have the part 2 of episode 2 of Bach.
Christoph!
Come, Sebi. You're free to go.
What's the matter? You're being so odd.
I'll explain on the way home.
Come on, Chris. Tell me now. What's going on?
All right, if you wish. You'll have to leave, Sebastian.
What? How do you mean?
I meant it as I said it. The council's decided to have you expelled. You're no longer welcome here. Do you understand? Master Herder said he doesn't want to see you ever again.
Herder? That arrogant weasel? Do you know what he said the other day? He said
This is exactly the point, Sebi. You always have to be right, even when you're wrong. I didn't want to bring it to you this way, but you give me no choice.
See. What's going to happen now? I could help you with your job as church organist and...
No, Sebi, you're leaving Ordruff. And Elisa's pregnant again, so I have to take care of her first. I'm sorry, but that's how it's going to be.
And what about me?
A month ago, I wrote a letter to Master Böhm of the Michaelis School in Lüneburg, and I received his reply yesterday. He's agreed to accept you as a pupil.
Lüneburg? But that's 250 miles away. How am I supposed to get there?
You'll have to walk. For the moment, I can't afford to have you brought by coach. If it can be of consolation, I've just asked your friend Georg Erdmann if he'd be interested in joining you, and he's agreed. So at least I'm sure that there'll be someone looking after you. Oh, Sebi, for God's sake, why do you have to be such a pain?
I don't know. I'm only trying to be good.
Then you're not trying hard enough. You better change your ways, because this will be your very last chance. In Lüneburg, you'll also have to sing in the boys' choir, and with a few pennies pay, you'll just have to manage.
I'll do my best. I swear. And tell me, how's this Master Böhm?
I've met him a year ago, and according to me, he'll be a much better teacher for you. He really is a great man. If you also disappoint him, I'll never forgive you. Do you understand?
I won't.
Jeez, Justin, you had one job. Just kidding, bro. But yeah, man, that was sort of a surprise. Well, a surprise I've been talking about just getting, Bratman in there. And well, guys, you guys want your characters to just pop up or anything, you guys let me know. Send me some pictures, and we'll get them on the stream, even if they're not, even if the show isn't on. Up next, we have P-Pop. Here we go.
Eat your heart out, you crinkled, wrinkled fat bag.
Hilarious, Rufio. But where's the real goddamn food?
You're a slug-eating worm.
Look, man, I just want some food, okay? I've been training my ass off all day trying to become Peter Pan, and right now, I need to replenish the 3 million calories I burned trying to do so.
You're a fart factory, slug-slimed, sack of rat guts and cat vomit, cheesy scab-picked, pimple-squeezing finger bandage, a week-old maggot burger with everything on it and flies on the side.
Bangarang Rufio! Fuck you, you skunk-haired piece of shit.
Peter, you killed Rufio! He's just a boy. Bad form, Peter.
P-Pop is awesome. That's so much fun, man. And that movie, man, you guys recognize that movie, right? I mean, Captain Hook. And, well, it's just Hook, actually. But that was a big part of my childhood, man. You just freaking destroyed it. No, just kidding, dude. It was pretty cool. And, up next, I think we have, last animation of tonight. It's Ghost Friends, a pilot, actually. It barely came out, what was it? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday evening. And it's pretty interesting, man. Like, these guys, I sort of want to get them on an interview as well, because they're really good at promoting their work. I mean, really, this is the first episode of their show, and before they even started it, they had their website going, and they gave a bunch of Q&As and behind the scenes stuff, and they put so much hype into it that for the pilot they got over 200 views when I saw it, man, and that was yesterday evening. And I mean, the only reason I'm mentioning this is because, like, giving all this, like, backstory, like connecting with your audience, making a lot of the hype and lots of content surrounding it is super valuable. Like, there's so much you guys can be doing on Instagram or Facebook before actually publishing on YouTube, and it'll really help people connect with it. And just a piece of advice, But here we go. Last show of the day, Ghost Friends pilot.
No, I didn't mean it!
Sit down. I can't believe the amount of disrespect.
Yeah, disrespect!
We're so disappointed. Not mad, just disappointed.
Yeah, disappointed!
It's always this group. Stay put for your punishment.
Living in this bubble is punishment enough. Wait, did he say group? Guys, seriously? Again?
Cassie?
What?
What the fuck did you do?
I'm embarrassed to say.
Come on! Tell us!
Okay, so I kinda committed tax fraud.
Tax fraud?
It wasn't on purpose. You see, lately I've been trading a lot, right? And I might have gotten out of hand actually, but the worst I've done is forget to pay the candy tax.
Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I might have forgotten to pay it 42 times.
Cassie!
I'm sorry!
Hey, let her off the hook.
Yeah, what's your damage? What did you do?
Well, you know how I've been filming my soap opera lately, right?
Sarah's Tears?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it needed a little extra spice. A little drama.
What did you do?
I might have caused drama in a 1,000-year-old relationship.
I didn't know you were dating someone.
Not mine. Someone else's.
You told me green didn't make me look fat!
You are green. Was I supposed to tell you that you look fat all the time?
Oh my god.
Oh, come on. What did you do, asshole?
Well, I might have started a little teeny insignificant forest fire.
Where?
Nowhere important. Just Ohio.
How the hell did you get to Ohio?
You don't know everything about me, Stuart. You never look at me anymore.
What did you do, Stuart?
Yeah, what could possibly make you worse than us?
Yeah, what kind of low-life activity did you do?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, come on.
It's not that big. Fine. I told the Kings to fuck off.
What?
I told the Kings to fuck off, okay?
Why?
It wasn't for them technically. They just happened to be in front of me while I was yelling at them.
We have discussed your punishment. Cassie, Sarah, Cameron, Stuart. You will
go home and never speak about this again.
Wait, what? Okay, hold on. Let me get this straight. I got put here for telling you guys to fuck off. Domestic nuisance, tax evasion, and arson nutcase here get the same treatment as me. And then you tell us to fuck off and forget this ever happened. What? No. The scale of justice is completely fucked. Absolutely fucking foobarred.
look. I have had a rough day. I have been having a long talk with you-know-who. And to be honest, I don't care anymore. So get out. Out.
That was Ghost Friends from Third Block Productions. So, that's pretty much all we have tonight, man. So, make sure to tune in next week. Next week, there's going to be a pretty big announcement. And hopefully, we're going to have an upped connection. So, lots more will be possible. Maybe even streaming on multiple platforms. I think Facebook was pretty good, man. Like, I even checked it out a bit on my cell phone. It seemed pretty smooth. You guys tell me what you think later on. So, take care. Thanks for joining us. This was Toon Nation, guys.